Hey, this is Lawrence Tam. I want to say hello. You're probably watching this on Facebook, maybe you're watching on my blog, maybe some Facebook social networks, LinkedIn, wherever you're getting this information. Yes, my hair is crazy. Yes, I have not shaved. Yes, I am wearing glasses. And yes, that's my wife running around in the back. Kids are down. We're almost down. But I just wanted to shoot a quick video. This is video 1 of 10. I want to just say hi, give you some insights of what I've seen. I get questions a lot. It's like, Lawrence, how did you retire from engineering? How do you make money on the internet? How do you go and make your first $100 in a month? How do you make your first sale? And then how do you generate traffic, leads, and audience? How do you build a network? How do I retire from my job? I retired at the age of 33. I am 35 now, and it's been awesome. Retired my wife from accounting, retired myself from mechanical engineering. So this getup here is actually my normal getup when I just don't feel like cutting, grooming, or doing anything. I mean, I brushed my teeth and that was it, right? Now, what does that really mean for you? How does that really help you? You don't have to be perfect to live at home, make excellent money, and have an awesome lifestyle. Now, some of you right now are asking, well, shoot, this dude looks like he's homeless, right? Now, income disclaimer, I don't know what you're capable of doing, right? But in one affiliate program, I've done over $1 million in 16 months. One. And I promote a couple affiliate programs. And these are things I will be teaching you. I want to open your eyes on the things you can be doing right now to build your business. Maybe you're selling vacuum cleaners. Maybe you're in real estate. I just talked to a person who is in a traditional ad company. She wants to supplement her income. And I was like, that's cool. How much do you want to make? A couple $100 to cover a car note, or do you want a couple $1,000 to cover your house payment? Whatever it is. Being able to use a couple of significantly awesome tools to help you get you there, right? So this is video 1 of 10. I'll be giving it to you once a day, and you can review back and forth. I'll have a nice little ledger, or maybe I'll have a way for you to connect each other, maybe in the description of the YouTube channel. But you got to be present, all right? So every day, the next 10 days, I'm gonna have a pretty cool video for you to kind of check out, and I would love to connect with you. Visit me on my Facebook page. I'm gonna have one page to really just dive in, so you can really see what's happening and how I'm building and how you can duplicate it. So my name's Lawrence Tam. Meet me at facebook.com/TheLawrenceTam. Peace. Hey, this is Lawrence Tam. This is video 2, and we are establishing your why. What does a why mean? It's not like the cartoon Super Why. A why is, what are you really doing? Some of you work for a living, some of you don't work for a living, some of you are retired, some of you are still in school. That's fantastic. But where do you want to be? Why are you doing what you're doing? If you're in school, when I went to school for engineering, for mechanical engineering at the University of Texas at Austin, the reason I went to school was to get a job. That was the goal. Now, if you take your process and figure out why you're doing something, kind of figure out, are you really going to being where you want to be? So here's an example. My why was, I wanted to be happy. It's kind of generic. I get it. So what makes me happy? Being able to stay at home. Right? Having a family and having kids, having a happy life, going on vacations, having a house. Okay, how am I going to get there? To get there, well, my why is to getting there, I need money. Well, what's one way to get money? My parents, all my relatives, my brothers, my brother, my sister, get education. So to get money, I needed an education. But to get education, you need to get good grades to get into a good college. That was the reason of my process. And a lot of you are there too. Get a good education, go to a trade school, get a degree to get a job. That was the why to getting where I wanted to be, just being happy. And happy has a lot of different things, right? So, but to be more specific, where do you want to be, but why is it? Like, what are you doing today to achieving your why? And your why is happiness? How are you getting there? What are you doing to do that? You going to work every single day, is that building towards your why? Now, if your why is to be happy at home and being able to go on vacation anytime you want to and sip a cup of coffee at 9 a.m. when you wake up versus at 5:30 in the morning, is your job going to get you there? Like, if you work your job for 10 hours a day for 40 years, how long will it take you? 40 years to get to your why?
But if you say you enjoy your job, maybe you're a teacher and your why is just to educate the masses, then you're fulfilling your goal. That's your why. But for me, going into engineering was just a stepping stone to retiring. Why do I have to wait till I'm 65, right? And most of us know, most of us seen this. People go into retirement and they actually have less money than they need to actually retiring, so they actually decrease their standard of living, right? Because you can't afford living in the same house, the same lavish lifestyle, because 76%, I believe, Forbes came out with a CNN Money. Both of those websites said the average person in America, the majority of the people, 76% of the people are living paycheck to paycheck. So their why is to get out of paycheck to paycheck, but they can't even see far enough to see where's your happiness. They know where their unhappiness is. Their unhappiness is basically in, I don't want to actually die and leave my kids nothing, or go into a retirement home that is deplorable, is horrendous because I can't afford a nice one, or I can't afford an in-house nanny. So figure out where your why is, where you're going, and what you're doing today. Is it getting you to where you want to be, right? So one of the things I really wanted to do was be able to have my kids have an education, a good education, paid for. Well, you can't really do that with 3 kids as an engineer. I mean, you're talking anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 per child in about 15 years, right? With the way college tuition is being, it's in proportion to anything else. It's crazy, right? So I'm thinking I need to set aside anywhere from, let's say, $200,000 to $600,000 for my kids to go to college, and I did that by setting aside money, but it wasn't enough. So I started tinkering on the internet, right? Selling books, selling Amazon products, selling ClickBank products, selling my own products, to getting that supplemental income to paying for my kids' education, so that when they go to school, they have no college debt. That to me is one of my whys, right? So figure out what your whys are. Actually write them down. We can go over it. So my whys, a very generic one is to be happy. A more specific one is to have all 3 kids have a funded college education, so they don't have college burden, college debt coming out, because it's hard enough living paycheck to paycheck and then having a huge student loan. So my name is Lawrence Tam. This is video 2. See you on video 3 on the next page. See ya. Hey, this is Lawrence Tam on video 3. Let's talk about the movie Back to the Future. But it's actually not Back to the Future when you want to go back to the past, because back in the past, what you have experienced, what you've done in your life, does it really dictate where you're going? Well, I guess it depends on, well, if you're going for a job, what education do you have, what kind of life experiences and skill sets do you have to lead up to today? If that is the case, knowing that past experiences, past skill sets, past memories, your work ethic, the way you've been brought up has gotten you to today, where do you want to go in 10 years? So let's really think about it. Let's reverse, like in Back to the Future 2, instead of going back to the future, we're actually going to the future, not in the past, right? So if we're going to the future for 10 years, in the next 10 years, where's your goal? Where do you want to be? What is your ideal lifestyle in 10 years? Do you want an ideal lifestyle? Do you want something in 10 years? So an example, in 10 years, I wanted to move into a nicer house, a nicer neighborhood. I wanted to be in a better school system. I wanted to have a better school, better education for my kids. In 10 years, I told myself I wanted to be retired. This is back in 2000. I had set out a goal. I do not want to be retired at 65. So I'm like, well, okay, most people I know retire at 65. Let's just say 50. Okay, let's just say 50. So if it was 50, that gave me 20 years to go out there, do some work, to 20 years. Now, well, it's been 10 years since I've been out of college. Well, a little over like 12 years. I graduated in 2000. So it's been more than 10 years. So looking back, my steps to getting where I am today, I am retired now. I don't actually work as an engineer anymore, and I make more now working from home than I do as an engineer in factors of magnitude of like 15, right? But that's not where it's at. What I'm trying to help you with is visualizing, if right now you were to play a movie of your lifespan and everything up to today, are you happy where you are today? Because the thing is, everything you carried in the past is still with you, and it's going to carry with you in the future. If that's the case, until you, like in the movie Back to the Future, until you change something, like a catastrophic event, you made a simple decision not to marry this person, whatever it is, in your 10 years, are you projected to hitting your goal in 10 years? My goal in the next 10 years, of course, like I just said, better schools, kids are happy, bigger house, more comfortable, traveling more, spending more time with family and friends, right? I want to drive a better car. I remember driving a Mitsubishi Galant. This thing had hubcaps. I always had one of these hubcaps missing, so I'm always on eBay buying spare hubcaps. It's hilarious where you're driving and you look at the side mirror and you see one of your hubcaps rolling down. And it's funny, one of my engineering buddies, when I was working as an engineer, his wife goes, people actually have hubcaps still these days? I'm like, yeah, my car was a college car my dad bought for me. And so to repeating that, I want to make sure I do the same thing for my kids or better than what my parents did for me. Like, number one, my parents paid for my college education. Number two, they bought my first car. Number three, they helped pay for my wedding. Kind of crazy. Now think about this, right? Come out of college, you're broke. I actually had to ask for a loan because when you go to get a job out of college, they require you to live in that area. I had to live in Austin. I didn't have money for deposits. I didn't have any of this money. I wasn't working. I was a college student. I was broke. I had to borrow from my dad to pay for deposits and the first month's rent. That's where I want to be, where I can excel past that, give more to my kids. So anticipating where I want to be with my first child, right now she's 8. So in about 10 years, I need to make sure I have enough money for her to go to college, have her money ready, set, versus I need to go borrow it, I need to take second equity. That's not proper planning. So look at your movie, where you were, where you are today, and where do you want to be in 10 years. What is that going to cost you? How much money? Let's just say, factor out inflation, just today's dollars. What do you think it will take for you to be where you want to be in 10 years, and are you on pace? Are you on pace? I believe in today's dollars, I needed about $12,000 a month to live a very relaxed lifestyle, not extravagant, not even rich. $12,000 a month is not rich by any means, right? But if I could make $12,000, I didn't have to go to work. My wife didn't have to go to work, and we could be stay-at-home parents. And that's kind of where I want to be. I wanted to be, what's your profession on my, when I fill out a survey or anything like that, it's like, I'm a full-time dad. And then they ask, what does your spouse do? She's a full-time mom. And I think that's pretty cool, right? Due to what I do on the internet, and I'll be teaching you what I physically do, how you can duplicate that. But here's the bigger picture. I want you to take your wife from video 2, and I want you to chart a path for the next 10 years, knowing what you've done already and where you are today. Are you going to make it to where you want to be in 10 years? Are your resources there? Is your skill level, is it up to par to where you want to be? And are you increasing your income at a rate to meet where you want to be? You need to be $15,000 a month. You need to make $6,000 a month. Whatever it is, are you charting a path? Because if you're only making, let's say, on a good year, you make a 5% increase in your salary, do the math. Are you going to get where you want to be in 10 years? And if not, let's make a change. Let's supplement that income. Exactly what I did. As an engineer, I had a secondary income. And I want to show you how. This is video 3. We're going to see you on video 4, talking about more on your journey on how you can get where you want to be and getting it now. Peace, Lawrence Tam. Hey, this is Lawrence Tam. This is a pretty cool spot in my office. I'm on the 7th floor. The tallest building in Chinatown in Houston, and I think it's pretty neat. I'm holding this because, I don't know, I was watching some Austin Powers, and he had the whole white cat, and I guess eventually that cat was hairless, I guess. And so I'm Asian though, right? I'm Chinese, so I wanted to pet a dragon. I mean, I have a bunny, I don't know if that makes sense. So I have 3 other videos you should be seeing, like your why, you're charting your path to your next 10 years, and I want to get you to a point where, how do you actually get to that point? Like, how do you, this video is primarily about Q&A, questions and answers, questions I get all the time. Lawrence, how did you do it? How did you retire from engineering? How did you leave the cubicle Do you recommend I quit my job? Let's just go over some of these questions. I know they're probably burning in you, and what do I actually do? It took my sister, my sister's a dentist now. She finally got it, but it took her a couple of tries to like really see what I do. And, oh, she gets it. Okay, so question number one: is it possible to work from home? Some of you already know this because you work from home right now. Some of you are like, no, I've been taught to work in a cubicle, and I'm a caged animal. Caged animals are labeled caged animals for a reason because they're always going to be caged. No, that's just a choice. Working in a cubicle, if you love it, fantastic. If you don't love it, I didn't love it. Like, I did it just for the money, right? I made good money as an engineer, but after that, I didn't love it. There was no passion. I didn't wake up and go, yes, it's Monday, I want to go to a job. Where now I'm like, yes, it's Monday, I get to take my kids to school. Like, I wake up and I love, drilling my kids on spelling tests, and I drill my son on multiplication, and I know he's a first grade, and doing multiplication is a little harder, but we'll do like 3 times 3, and we're driving, and it's just me feeling like that's where my purpose was, to be a stay-at-home dad. But how did I get there? How in today's age, when 76% of the people live paycheck to paycheck, this is a true stat, okay? 76% of the people are actually living paycheck to paycheck. You can't afford an office suite. You can't afford a car. You can't afford gas. You can't even afford groceries, let alone Whole Foods, right? Or in some parts of the country call it whole paycheck, because eating healthy is expensive, right? So how is this possible? So number one, first belief is, question answer, can you work from home and make enough money to stay at home? I say absolutely. Tons of different ways to do it. So many ways I've actually experienced, and there's some I recommend, some I don't. So let's go to the second question. Second question is, what is an ideal candidate for someone who wants to work from home? Well, number one, an ideal candidate is someone who just doesn't fit in to the mold of society, right? So let's say you're claustrophobic, you're not really good with rules, you have ADD, and you're not really good about being prompt to meetings. Well, you're probably not a good employee at a structured engineering firm, right? Because we work in these 8-foot cubicles, I believe they're 8 foot. The walls were actually, they were taller when I worked at this other company, but the one I was at before, you would actually sit and the cubicle wall ends at your ear. So if you fell asleep, people knew you were falling asleep. And if you're missing, they knew you weren't at your cubicle. So that wasn't for me. That's why I left that job. One of the reasons is because I hated that cubicle, right? So with the type of person, it just depends. Like if you're on your feet all day and your back hurts and you know it's been hurting, but every day you go to work because you need the money, you're an ideal candidate to start looking. I need to have a less physical, strenuous job. I need to do less of my... Just say you're 65 years old, you're still working, and you're a librarian, or you stock shelves, and your back is killing you, you're tired, you work long shifts, overtime isn't really doing it, and you're still living paycheck to paycheck. You're an ideal candidate to start working from home. Now, what does it mean to work from home? To work from home really means you're providing value to somebody even though you're at home, not in a suit, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and you can still help somebody. An example, you can work from home selling homes. A lot of realtors work from home. They call their leads, they call their prospects, and they close a house, they go out and show a house. A realtor. Another person would be, how about someone who sells tickets, like resells tickets, like sporting events, like they buy tickets, right? They're like, well, I buy these 6 tickets for this theater or 6 tickets for this concert, and I resell them. Another one would be you sell purses from home. So you can either one, make the purse, like the actual handbag purse, or you can retail other purses, right? It depends. There's so many different ways to do it, and you can do it from your house. Totally do it from your house, and you just kind of figure out, well, what do you want to do, how much money you need to make, and what are you comfortable with doing, right? So the next question answer is, how much money can I make? Well, that kind of leads into the other question, was what are you retailing? What are you selling? So 2 main factors come into play. Number one, how much time do you have to actually making money from home, right? How much time? Because some are very time intensive. Sewing a purse together. I gotta knit this, I gotta get a product, I gotta cut this product. So in a day, you're limited. I can probably only make 5 purses in a day. You've now reached your limit. Now think about it. If you can only make 5 in a day, 5 times 7 is 35 persons in a week. That's your maximum limit. The only thing you can do now is start charging more for the person, have a bigger margin to profit from. That business wouldn't be scalable until you start having that shipped out and then scale that business from there. You could totally do that, right? Now, what I recommend is not actual physical goods, because physical goods, you either make it or have to handle it, like having inventory. I've done that, trust me. I had a whole closet full of bubble mailers, video games I was selling, and I would sell them on eBay. Totally can do that from home. Problem with that is, it was not truly scalable. I had to buy the inventory, and then I had to be able to sell it, putting me at risk. If I didn't sell it, I had inventory at hand, I lost money, right? So, I would say, figure out how much money you want to make, how much time you have available. So how much time you have available to build your business at home. So if you're living by yourself, it's all day, right? But if you have kids, you have a wife, I mean, you probably only want to really work when the kids are at school and then when the kids go to bed. That's my work schedule. I generally do most of my work when the kids are at school. Like right now, it's, kids are at school, probably at recess. And then when the kids go to bed, I hang out with my wife a little bit and type a couple emails out. So that question leads to, what do you do, Lawrence? Well, my name is Lawrence Tam. I am considered an internet marketing millionaire. I made over $1 million selling other people's products. Key, other people's products. So that definition is an affiliate. An affiliate is someone selling other people's products, just like a real estate agent. The real estate agent didn't build the house. So that's a builder, right? What they do is they sell the house. They sell people the house. So a realtor will find a customer, and that customer buys the house, the realtor makes a commission cut. That's exactly what I do, and the cool thing with the realtor is there's no real inventory. It's not like, I have to buy the house and then sell it. There's none of that risk. You don't have to buy the product to resell it. You actually just have a product to sell, and then you have a prospect, you connect the two, you make a commission. That's being an affiliate. Now, I would recommend, instead of just being a standard like realtor where it's like a traditional sales, direct sales, I would recommend being an internet affiliate. An internet affiliate is using the internet to sell all other people's things, all other people's products, all other people's services. Here's an example. I've made a lot of money selling GoDaddy domains. All right, I've been selling it since 2008-ish. So someone will come to my website, they go, hey Lawrence, they see my videos, they see my articles, my blog posts, and they see that I recommend GoDaddy, right? And then I have a link, and then if that valued article about GoDaddy and what I use, if it was good enough for the person reading the article, they click the link, GoDaddy knows I'm referring someone to them, and if they buy, I get a percentage cut of what that customer buys, right? Another example, Amazon. I made a lot of money on Amazon. My best month was over $10,000 on Amazon. How do you do that? I was selling high-ticket items on Amazon, i.e. TVs. I was selling a TV. I would write a review on it, use it in my blog, on a viral blogging network. I had this TV. A customer comes and looks at this TV and goes, wow, I like the specs. It fits in my armoire. They don't have to leave their house. The convenience of giving them the information that they need to make a purchasing decision. Now, since I wrote this article, this person comes over, reads it, clicks the link to go buy it. Guess what? Amazon knows I am the referral, kind of like a real estate agent. I'm the referral. I didn't buy the TV and ship it. I'm not a drop shipper. I don't have to buy something and give it to you or ship it to your house. I don't have to know anything about you. All I have to have is valuable content on the internet. That person buys it. I make a percentage cut. I keep doing it over and over again, solving people's problems, giving people good deals, solving people's weight issues. I sell vacuum cleaners, right? All automatic, right? So my recommendation is internet marketing from home, being able to do it with your time available and having the resources available. All you need now really is a skill set. We'll talk about some of the different ways we actually drive traffic, how I drive traffic. Not traffic like on the freeway. Traffic as in, how do you get people, like eyeballs, real people, to see what you have, so when they buy it, you make a percentage cut. So, my name is Lawrence Tam. We'll see you on the next video. This is video 4. Peace. Hey, this is Lawrence Tam. I wanted to shoot video 5 for you, and 5 is a special one for me. It is, how does the internet actually work, and how do you make money from it, right? So here's what we're going to do. Let's just go through a couple scenarios, and let's see if we can piece the puzzle together for you. In a traditional job, what you do is you go in and you do what your job entails, your description. You work for your boss or whatever the company. And let's say when I was an engineer, I was tasked to design a project on a specific piece of metal. And I was supposed to be able to draw it out on a piece of paper, cut it up, have it sent out to manufacturing, comes back, and then when it comes back, I then send it out to be used in our facility in our larger project. I was a single piece to a larger thing, right? Now, I was paid a salary, so no matter how much I've actually worked, my income only increased due to my performance once to maybe twice a year, and I might get a bonus depending if the company made money. So, salary plus bonuses, or if you're an hourly employee, hourly plus bonuses if there are them, or if they are those, if they are available, right? Now, how is that different if you're working from home and on the internet? Well, there's two things I want you to focus on. One is performance-based, right? Criteria, performance-based versus time-based, right? When I was at my engineering job, it was time-based. Now, there is some performance, but it's more time-based because I had to be there a minimum of 40 hours a week. And I only had 2 weeks of vacation until my 5th year of service. When I got my 4th vacation year, that was when I had 15 years of service. Long time to get only 3 and then maybe 4 weeks of vacation, right? Now, they want you there because if you finish your job, you're going to just pick something else. And so that mindset was, why would you want to work harder and smarter? Now, some of you might go, well, that's how you get a raise. That's how you climb the ladder. That's how you get a performance bonus. And I'm going to tell you, that's a slow way of getting paid. Why do I have to wait 6 months to even a year for a performance review for me getting more money at a salary? That's not performance-based. That's a delayed performance-based. I think that's more of a, if the company needs your work at your specialty and they can't find it cheaper anywhere else, you'll keep your job. But if they can do what you're doing overseas for cheaper, do you really think your performance really matters? I don't think so. Not for a large corporation, and you're just a number at that point, right? Time-based. Time, it doesn't matter. They just want you there because then you're a warm body. If there's another project or another project manager or something else needs you, you'll be pulled on it, and they know they're buying your time. Or you can just be straight up hourly, go weld this or go fix this, and now you're an hourly assembly worker or something like that, a welder, very hourly. Performance-based, now I want you to flip on the other side. Performance-based is you work from home or in your office. If you have an office, you can work in your office, and the goal is this. You make as much money as well and as fast as you can possibly produce at your skill level. And as your skill level and as your experience level increases, you make more money. Does that kind of make sense, right? So how is that different? Well, in engineering, for me, I would have to wait for 6 months to a year, but we both know, right, if you've been in a salaried position, the best way to make money is not at the job you're in climbing the ladder. It's always to jump out of frame into another company. Right? I increased my salary from an engineer 50% moving one job. That's it. I was working here, same skill set, same level, and then when I moved to another job, right? Same experience level, I'm the same person, I increased my salary by 50%. That was the only way I knew of being able to move my salary up faster than, say, 4%, 5% that I was normally getting. Some years, 0%. Some years, zero bonus, right? Now, here's what I'm going to do for you. This is all coming back to internet marketing and how you can use the internet to make money from home on performance-based metrics. Here's what it is. Are you ready? Take some notes. The internet will make you money because you are able to help someone solve their problem. Now, what's cool is, it doesn't have to be on the internet, but I like the internet. Why? Because I can do it in my house. I can do it at the football game. I can send a reply on email. I can make money regardless of where I am in the beaches of the world and still do it, not physically constrained somewhere. So I like the internet. So let's just focus on the internet first, okay? So in internet marketing, you make money when you solve people's problems. Now notice I didn't focus on selling something. See what I'm saying? In the overall grand scheme of things, you are always selling. Some people who are probably watching this run, maybe it's you, have an issue with selling, and that's okay. We'll work through that. But here's the deal. If you're married, if you've gone to college, if you've gotten a job, right, you have sold something, right? When you get a job, you sell yourself. This is why you should hire me. When you marry your spouse, like my wife, this is why you should marry me. When you go to college, you go through an application process. This is why you should let me into your college. Fraternity, sorority, same deal. They're all the same. You're always selling yourself. Thing is, how do you do that for a living? Most people go, well, I don't want to sell cars for a living. I don't want to sell vacuum cleaners for a living. I'm not a salesperson. But in reality, you just need to sell yourself once that you are worth more than where you're working right now. Here's an example. I was making $60,000 a year as a mechanical engineer, and there was a point in time, right, in 2007, before I got online. 2008 was when I went online. 2007, I go, there's got to be a better way for me to make money than to work harder and to pick up another job. There has to be. And that's what led me to internet. But that was the diverging path. I go, okay, there's got to be a different way. At that point, I go, well, I'm an engineer. I'm not in sales. I'm not a salesperson. But I started reading some books, and I really got down deep into what really worked. What really worked was solving people's problems. If you can solve people's problems, they will pay for the solution. Weight loss, hair regrowth, right? How to drive traffic. How do I get a better deal? Where's the best DVD player on the market? Where can I find the cheapest video game? Where can I build a business from home? What is a better way to lose weight? There's all these different ways that you can solve someone's problem. You just need to match them up, and we'll talk to those in the next couple of videos. But here's the deal. I don't want you to think you're a salesperson. Even though you sell something, you sell solutions. You're a solutions provider. Is that a better way to provide it? It's a provider, like you're a mom that provides. You're a stay-at-home dad like myself. I provide. Not that I'm selling my kids. It's a provider, right? And the cool thing of this is it's more of a provider because I'm going to show you that you don't have to sell someone immediately to make a living online. And the principle of that is, well, maybe I'll show in the next video. Maybe I'll show in the next video. The principle of that will change the way you think about selling versus providing. Okay, so on the internet, let's focus on performance metrics versus time metrics. It's not about how much time you put into something. It's how well you do something. Based on your current skill level and the basic knowledge that you have, both of those can be increased. Your time can be increased at the sacrifice of your leisure time and of your sleep time, right? Let's move away from that. Performance, right, is you want to perform so you make more, even if it's only 5 hours in a day, but you can literally make 10 times the amount of money that you normally make in your time. The richest people in the world don't have their time tied directly to their income. Every billionaire, every millionaire still only has 24 hours in a day, right? Utilizing systems and how to do that. So this is video 5. See you in the next video. Hey, this is video 6, and we're going to be going into what I had alluded to in video 5. Some of the different ways you're going to be making money on the internet because your performance metrics, right, your skill level and your actual knowledge level, right, both of those can be increased. But I really want to focus on why you're more of a provider of solutions than a salesperson. And once you understand that, then we can move forward. Because some of you will go, well, I don't want to sell anything. But that is exactly how you make money. Someone actually pays you either because you have something of worth or you have referred something of worth, and they pay you or a company and you get a percentage cut, okay? Think about that. You're going to get paid because you helped somebody. Because you helped somebody. Think about it. Real estate agent. Did they build the house? Did they literally go out to the house and go, today we're working on the frame, and start hammering the frame. Today we're putting in the HVAC system. Today we're laying tile. No, they referred a client, a buyer, to buying a home that was already built. Now, since the realtor didn't actually build everything, they don't make 100%, but they make a percentage, and that percentage is still in the thousands depending on what they're selling. Same thing goes for you. And the word I want you to really focus on is called affiliate. Okay, we'll dive back into that. But I want you to really think about the difference between being a solution provider and a sales agent or a salesperson. You're not really a salesperson because salespeople just basically sell everything under the sun. A solution provider distinctly finds a solution for his audience, right? Now, here we go. What's the difference? A solution provider doesn't automatically need or even wants to or has to sell you something on the first contact. Here's an example. We meet at a party, and I go, hey, my name is Lawrence Tam. Hey, what do you do? Okay, yeah, I'm an internet marketer. I work from home. Oh, how are your kids? Oh, okay, yeah. So, hey, how about we get together sometime and, maybe we'll have a bite to eat. Maybe we'll watch the football game. Hey, it was great meeting you. Solution provider make a connection first. It's not 100% that they have to make the sale. There's no need or desire or even must have, I must make a sale now. No, there's none of that. But a salesperson might be like, hi, my name is Lawrence Tam. Hey, do you want to buy something? Hey, my name is Lawrence Tam. Here's my card. Do you want to buy something? You don't have to go straight for the sale because when you're a solutions provider, you connect with people because you want to know what they really need, what they really want. And if you can align what I or you as a solution provider can help them with, you get paid. Here's a prime example, okay? You ready? Prime example is this. I have a website selling vacuum cleaners. Now, do I make the vacuum cleaners? No. I am an affiliate of a website that lists vacuum cleaners, and I make around 6 to 7% every time I sell a vacuum cleaner. Some vacuum cleaners are $500, okay? Now, even though I don't stock, I don't have no inventory, I don't have to buy them or pre-buy them, I don't have to ship them, sell them, or provide support, I still make 6 to 7% on the vacuum cleaner that I sell. Many of mine are about $400, right? Now, what does that mean? I'm not going to people, and people aren't coming to my website specifically going, I need you to sell me something. No one really does that. But people are looking for information on the internet, and people might go, hey, what is the best type of vacuum cleaner for hardwood floors? They come to my website, I have education, I show them a video, I give them my insight to what I believe is the best hardwood vacuum cleaner on the market. Then they go, they make a decision. Now, if the value was enough for them to move over to buying, they whip out a credit card, they swipe. I don't have anything to ship in my I don't have a warehouse, don't need it. Once that is shipped, transaction is done, I get paid 6%, giving value to someone who is looking for help. Here's another example. Someone is looking for some traffic. Lawrence, I have a traditional dry cleaner's website, right? A dry cleaner site. And I want more customers, but I need more people to go through my shop. Do you have a way of driving more people to my shop? I'm going, yes, I do. I'm a consultant. I can either help you do it, or I can show you the things you need to buy and how you can drive more people to it. See, I'm going to show you with my websites, my methodology, or I can just give you the same tools that I personally use, and you can manage it on your own. I'm going to give you value. See, as a consultant, I'm going to give you value, and you get to pick two routes, the done for you or the do it for yourself. You get it? I'm not trying to sell you immediately because you're coming to me. Attraction marketing. I'm not chasing after people and go, hey, my name's Lawrence Tam, can you buy something? Chase after, hey, my name's Lawrence Tam, can you buy something? I literally have over thousands and thousands of customers. All of it, 99% of it, has been on the internet. and I would say 99 to 95% of it has been 100% automated. As in, I didn't pick up the phone. I don't even know what you look like. I don't even know what your name is, because when you bought, I don't store those credit cards. It goes to a provider. I am an affiliate. The true definition of affiliate is I sell people's values. I sell people's products, services, and goods, be it a vacuum cleaner, be it dog food, be it health juices. I don't stock any of that. Now, I do sell my own consulting. So when people come to me directly for consulting, that's another issue, right? Or another solution for them. So I'm a solutions provider, but when people come to me, we call that traffic. Someone comes to my website, someone visits my Facebook, someone comes to my blog, someone comes to my Twitter. Now, how do you get traffic? We'll teach that in another video. But here's the idea. I'm not a salesperson. I'm a solutions provider. I don't force a sale. I don't tell you must have this or need this because I need to eat tonight. No. I've made $1 million in internet marketing in 16 months just selling other people's stuff. Now, income disclaimer, I don't know what you're capable of doing. I don't even know what you've done in the past or your skill level. You could probably make $0. But from my personal experience as an affiliate, I've made over $1 million with just one affiliate. I sell a bunch of stuff, right? And the stuff that I sell has to be in line with what the person coming in, the prospect, the visitor, the traffic wants. I never just go, give me a credit card. I'm gonna just charge it up. No, that doesn't make sense. You won't be in business long enough to stick around. I've been in business since 2008 online, 2007 since offline. So enough time to know the best way to stay in business is to provide solutions, okay? So here is that tip I was going to give you. As a solutions provider, and why you're going to be able to make more sales easier is because the average person needs multiple points of contact. What does that mean? A lot of people need, on average, depending on the cost of the sale, needs 7 points of contact. You might need me to show you a website. You might need me to show you a video. You might need me to write you a review. You might need me to send you a tweet. You might need me to send you a Facebook. You might need me to send you an email. There's multiple ways for me to connecting with the traffic or the prospect, maybe it's you, connecting with you. Sometimes it's one piece of contact. Oh, I just saw a written review of yours and I wanted to buy like that. Some are like, well, I saw your review, I wanted to learn more, so I downloaded your PDF. Oh, I saw your video, but I want to learn more, so I looked up your, I opted into your newsletter and I got an email, and that's not the first one, but the second email I go, oh yeah, okay, I get it, I really want that. Being a solution provider, there's no neediness. You are here because you're looking to fix something. And as a solution provider, I want to help fix your problems. Be it you want to lose weight, or be it you want to have a clean house, or be it you want to make money on the internet. Whatever it is, I have different things, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And a lot of it is instantaneously on autopilot 24 hours a day using the internet and using systems. On the next video, we'll be talking about systems. My name is Lawrence Tam. See you in the next one. Hey, this is video 7, and I wanted to talk about systems that work so you can duplicate what I'm doing. I'm going to go into the details of what that is. Okay, you ready? Take some good notes. Okay, so income disclaimer, because we might talk about some numbers. I don't know what you're capable of doing. My results are my results, and they are not typical. I have worked very hard, and I have increased my skill level and my worth level of my knowledge, and I work very hard for what I do. Hence, I don't work as an engineer anymore. I retired at the age of 33, working from the comfort of my home. Shouldn't do this to yourself, okay? So, video 7, systems that work. A lot of systems work online, but I'm going to show you the exact system that allowed me to do over $1 million in commissions, take-home commissions, in 16 months with one affiliate program. Remember, an affiliate is I sell other people's things. I sell people stuff on Amazon, like vacuum cleaners and cat water fountains. I sell people stuff like nutritional products. I sell services. I sell traffic stuff. I sell a lot of different things, but just one of them I have been able to make over $1 million, which is the highest margin by far. And I want to show you how I did that specific one versus everything else, because everything else is kind of varied, but they all kind of do fall into one category. So, all right, how do you duplicate to making money on the internet right? Being as a solutions provider, okay? And what is the actual system? All right, let's go. Number one, you need a website, okay? I want you to have a website on the internet so people can find you, all right? And websites can take many different forms. When we say a website, it's generally something you can type in and you can go to and look at something, okay? Now, what I'm going to focus on is helping you distinguish the differences between the multiple types of definitions and types, so you really know what I'm talking about. Okay, number one, you need a website. But number two, I highly recommend you get a capture page. A capture page, the specific and sole function of a capture page is to get someone's email. Now, not the devious type of, let me just steal your email. No, that's illegal. What I'm talking about is, hi, my name is Lawrence Tam, and I'm going to show you how you can get the cheapest price on your vacuum cleaner, but I'm going to show you 3 reasons why the vacuum cleaner you have or the vacuum cleaner you might want to buy is not the right one for you. If you don't know what it is, for free, click the link, the button below, and put your best email, and I'll see you on the next page giving you a free PDF. Okay. So what that was is I'm giving someone's value, I'm intriguing them to wanting to give me their email so I can communicate with them. Remember, we're talking about multiple points of contact. They saw a page, but I want to communicate with them on an email outside of a website, right? So when I do more points of contact, being a solutions provider, you build trust. That's what you do, right? Remember, the only way you make money on the internet is when someone actually buys something, okay? We're not stealing, we don't do that, that's illegal. What we do is provide solutions, and whatever the solution is, so let's say the vacuum cleaner again, I have a capture page. The full function of the capture page, which is a website, is to get that prospect, that traffic's email, so you can email them back. So number one, you need a capture page. Number two, you need a way to send emails to that person after they've opted in, which is, so my name's Lawrence Tam, and you want to give me your email so I can give you like 3 tips to how to buy a vacuum cleaner, right? Well, how do I actually email you that, and how do I email you tomorrow? How do I email you 7 days from now? How do I email you a month from now when things change? You need what we call as an autoresponder. Now, why can't you just use regular email? Here's the reason why. Let's say today I generate 10 leads, 10 different people all throughout the day go, Lawrence, I want that PDF you have. I want to learn those 3 secrets. Tomorrow I have 50. How do I get them my email if I have to go and collect through a Gmail, a Yahoo, a Comcast? It would be impossible. Every person comes in at a different time. They need to get their emails in accordance to when they came in. That is an autoresponder. Emails are automatically delivered to them when they came in, not when I send it, okay? That's considered a follow-up. I'm following up with you. So let's say I have a 7-day follow-up, and I go, in these 7 emails, I'm going to give you 3 specific reasons why you need to choose the best vacuum cleaner for you, and it might not be what you think it is. Check out the email tomorrow. Email comes, you read it, and then the next email comes, and then until all 7 come out. See, I need to give you your value because you gave me your email. I'm going to give you value for that. In exchange, we build trust, and if you do trust me enough to my recommendations, I believe this vacuum cleaner, if you have this type of flooring in this type of the part of the country, this is the best bet, bang for the dollar. Now, if I've given you enough value, if I provided you a solution that was good enough, guess what? You'll click on the link, buy it from like eBay or Amazon through my affiliate link that's tied to me. I get paid a commission. Guess what? That was done all automatically. I have personally written those emails already. I built the capture page already. All of that is just coming. I don't have to step in and make a phone call. I don't have to step in and come to your house and deliver anything. I don't have to do any tech support. Remember, I'm just an affiliate. I provide you to making a business or personal decision to buying something, and when you do that, I make a percentage. Same thing I can teach you. So number one, you need a capture page. Number two, you need an email delivery system called an autoresponder. We'll give you some resources very soon on how to do that. Number three, you need something to sell. You're a solution provider, But a solutions provider who have nothing to sell make no money. If all you sell is free information, guess what? You get free dollars, which is zero. Are you here to make money on the internet? Are you here to make money from home? Then you need to be able to retail things that people want. Now, what are some of the things people want? Here's the easiest way to find that out. Go to your nearest bookstore and look at the magazine racks. Those magazines are built to attract a certain clientele, right? But what are they selling? If you go and look at a home builder, like a you know, it just tells you how to decorate home and garden, how to decorate your house. All the ads in there are selling something. You look at a gun magazine, all the ads in there are selling something. You look at a video game magazine, all the ads in there are selling something. You know what? A lot of those, you can become an affiliate. I can sell your things. An example, I sell Dyson vacuum cleaners. Why? I have a Dyson vacuum cleaner and I really like it, right? It never loses suction, blah, blah, blah. It has this vortex vacuuming thing, right? And so I wrote these articles years ago and I continue to sell these vacuum cleaners, okay? And I'm an affiliate of Amazon. Amazon goes, hey Lawrence, if you want to sell products through us, you can. You can sell whatever you want, but since you want to sell vacuum cleaners, here you go, not a problem. I built a website to sell vacuum cleaners, and if I give that person reading my article, it's an article, like an essay article, a review article, and if they read it and they go, wow, this is really good information, and if I could then convince them to, you should just buy it now because of the best price, or you already want it, just click the link. They click that link, goes to Amazon. Amazon sees that I was the referral. I make a 6 to 7% commission, okay? Now, so we talked about the systems. A capture page, an email autoresponder series. You actually need something to sell. That's number 3, which is being an affiliate to selling other people's things. Now, you can be an affiliate of your own, which means you can actually create something. So let's say you make handbags, like little purses and stuff, little cute little purses, and you want to sell that. That's fine. You still need a capture page. You still need an autoresponder. And then the third thing is you need to sell something, you can sell your own products. Like I sell a product that shows you how to make a website. So if I want to sell that, I make 100% because I made it, right? Now if someone else were to sell it, you know, or if I want to sell someone else's how to make a website, then I would just grab their affiliate link, give it to you or whoever comes on my website, and I make a percentage. Okay, that's number 3. Being able to sell something. You got to become an affiliate. Now, that is the bare bones basic. That's it. That's it. Capture page, email, and then you sell something. Now, to get more elaborate into how I generate traffic, remember traffic is just people looking at something that you're retailing or being a solutions provider for. The fourth thing, which I don't really believe it's optional, but I'm just going to say it's required, okay? You have a website called a capture page, but how do you get traffic to it, okay? I recommend the traffic called SEO, which is search engine optimization. So if you were on your phone or on your computer and you typed in at google.com, and you typed in, what is the best vacuum cleaner for my house? Enter. It will give you 10 different suggestions. Search engine optimization is, I want to be one of those 10. Ideally, I want to be number 1 because number 1 goes to the most traffic. So let's say 1,000 people per day type in, what is the best vacuum cleaner I can buy today? Hit enter. I want to be the first website on that search engine, right? That search query. Now, ideally, that first one, if they click it, would go to a capture page. But mostly since the change of around 2009, you can no longer do that. You actually need a website with content, words, with videos, right? A little more meat. Google likes a lot of more meat, specifically for Google. So you can't really get that capture page on the first ranking anymore. You actually need something called a blog. A blog is a website. So now we have 2 things out of a website. You need a capture page, you need a blog. Cool thing is they sometimes are actually coming together. You can do the same thing. They can combine. Pretty neat, right? You can have a blog that is a capture page. You can have a capture page that is a blog. So they're kind of one and the same. I just wanted to be very specific for number one, the capture page, because I want you to build a list of potential prospects who need help that you can help them. And if you help them, you get paid, you make money. This is how I made my $1 million, right? So here's what you want to do. Capture page, email autoresponder series, being able to sell something, and a blog. A blog is a specific type of website, very easy to operate, very hard to do if you don't do it right. So here's how you do it right and what a blog is. A blog is a website that is designed to have continuous updates. Kind of like a news feed, kind of like a newspaper that comes out every day. You're expecting to keep coming new stuff. Most traditional websites is considered a static website, not a blog, where it's kind of like you read today's newspaper, and then tomorrow it's the same newspaper, and then next week it's the same newspaper, and then next month it's the same newspaper. It never changes, right? It's like you go to a company website and it's the same thing every time. Google's like, why would a person want to keep coming back? They wouldn't. They wouldn't, right? Most websites that get a lot of traffic for a small business owner, right? Someone who doesn't have $1 bajillion in paid traffic, right? That like a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi has. They can have a static website. They don't care. They just pay people to go there. I don't want you to do that yet. Not yet, okay? I want you to get free traffic. And I want you to get free traffic using SEO, search engine optimization, using a blog, because it's always being updated like a newsreel, a news feed. And you can update it with images, with videos, with a cool review of whatever you're selling, whatever you're an affiliate of, right? Selling your own things or selling someone else's stuff. But you keep adding it, and to add to it is completely free. It just takes your time, okay? And Google loves it. I have made so much money from these blogs that have, how to pick a car in Houston, how to pick a vacuum cleaner, what is the best cat water fountain, how do you get, I sell information, and I sell products, and I sell services on a blog. Now, you might think, well, I can get a free blog. I highly suggest you don't do that route of a free blog. Free blogs are very restrictive to what you can retail, all right? And I wouldn't suggest you're going full custom just yet. When you go full custom, you have to get a host, you have to buy your domain, you have to update it. WordPress notoriously updates like every month, and every major update screws up everything. So I want to speak to the experts on this line. You know who I'm talking about when you update something and plugins clash and everything just falls apart. Okay, let's go back to the beginning, to the beginner. A blog needs to be simple enough for you to every day, multiple times a day, to add new content. So then Google's like, wow, the search engine's like, wow, your website is giving me new information. I want to send new people to your, it's like having fresh bread every day. You want a big piece of stale bread that was made a month ago, oh, fresh bread every day. And Google's like, wow, this bread is fresh over here. I'm going to go over here. Here's an example. Let's say every day you're going to talk about allergies, hardwood floors, and you're going to talk hardwood floors, carpets, different types of carpets, laminate floors. So it's like you're the flooring expert, right? And you're always pumping out new content, new videos, how to wipe a floor down, how to maintain it, how to seal it, how to put a floor together. And Google's like, this website's really good. So when someone on Google types, should I get wood floors or carpet in my bedroom? And let's say you had an article that said, wood floors versus carpet in a bedroom. Should or should you not do 3 reasons why? Google's like, this is a great article. So when someone's on a computer and types in, what should I get? Carpet or hardwood floors in my bedroom, hits enter, they see 10 different rankings. You're going to have a better chance, I'm going to say foolproof chance, a better chance using SEO to get your blog with that article ranked. When the two people meet, your website and the customer looking for help on hardwood floors versus carpet, when they read your content, you are a solutions provider. You're providing help. How-tos. You get it? You provide enough how-tos, people go, wow, this is awesome, but you must be able to sell something. If you're not selling something, you're not going to make any money. Remember, money is made through transactions of someone buying and someone selling. You at this point are going to be the seller. The buyer's going to come in and buy either your information, your service, or your products, or your affiliates products. Someone else, you sell someone else's products and services. Like myself, I sell consulting, but I also sell Amazon vacuum cleaners because I'm an affiliate. Okay? So, let's break it down. Capture page. Got to get some emails. Got to get an autoresponder so you can send emails, like 50,000 emails out if you needed to, right? Or you can send an email out, like if a person came in, you can send them a 7-day email every single day on autopilot. You don't have to be the one, okay, I sent Mary an email yesterday, I'll send her one again today. How would you keep track if you had like 500 customers? It's impossible. Don't do that. Number 3, you have a capture page, right? No, sorry. Capture page, autoresponder. Third one, you want to be able to have something to sell, being an affiliate. And then number 4, I would highly recommend you get a blog because that's where I started and that's what I still do today. I make a ton of sales through blogs. And we want to show you packaging all that together, what you should be selling, what I would recommend to get you going so you can make, whatever your goals are. Some of my clients want to make, $500 a month to pay for gas or maybe help a little bit with school loans. Some people want to make, $50,000 a year so they can retire their spouse. Some people want to make $100,000 a year so they can retire their spouse and themselves. Okay. My name is Lawrence Tam. See you in the next video. Hey, this is Lawrence Tam on video 8, and I wanted to talk more about the system. We had described what the system was, but I wanted to draw it so it's for those of you who are more visually inclined in learning and want to kind of see how it all comes together. Okay? So, first thing I was talking about is having a capture page. A capture page is basically a website. There's some written text. There's a form that requires an email. It's required an email, okay? Now, what happens is multiple things, but I'm going to step you through it. First thing you want to do is once it goes there, you're going to have some page. We're going to call this the sales page. Sales page, okay? And this is where you make your money, right? Because you're selling something. Say you're selling coaching, you're selling a house, you're selling your handbag, whatever it is. This is where you make your money. You have a compelling reason for someone to come, well, what is that? To sell something. Now, sometimes it doesn't have to be money. It can just be a brand, a friendship, right? So you do this because you want to be able to monetize, make money, build a brand, build a relationship. But because you have the email, what it also does is sends it to an autoresponder. Now this autoresponder allows multiple things like an automatic follow-up that sends emails on your behalf automatically when the person comes in, which then again sends it to the sales offer. Now you might have a couple of these pages, so maybe some like this page doesn't really sell to a specific type of person. You can build multiple pages. Multiple pages on day 2, day 3, day 4. Depending on how you want to do it. What I would recommend is 75% of your emails being value-driven and 25% sales-driven. Because, people, if they're being sold to over and over again, they'll probably turn it off, unless it's really entertaining or if it's educational, if they really enjoy it. So by doing this kind of mixture, you're still getting paid for your time and your work and setting this all this up, but you're still making some money. So, capture page, having a sales page that has an autoresponder so you can come back, because generally speaking, you're only going to sell maybe 1 to 3% depending on where your traffic is coming from. If you're really good traffic, maybe 10%, depending what you're offering, price point. There's a lot of variables, but I would say 1 to 3% is pretty generic depending on how much you're paying for or whatnot. So email, which this is a capture, which goes into a sales page or a branding page. Maybe you just want them to go like you on Facebook. Maybe you just want to reach out to them, hey, come and email me. You're requiring them to do something. which then goes to an autoresponder to then send them back to it, just in case they missed it, or just in case they, their kid was, oh, I fell and scraped my knee, and they had to leave that page and they lost it, right? So I would definitely come back 2, 3, 4, and then however you want to do it. This is the basic setup. Now, how do you get to this page, right? How do you get to the capture page? There's actually 2 major ways I primarily do this. There's a lot of ways, but 2 ways I would highly recommend. Number 1, I would definitely look at to getting just pure traffic. And pure traffic, there's a lot of different things you can do just pure traffic. A lot of different things you can do. You can do solo ads, you can do cost per view, cost per click, you can do magazine buys, offline purchasing, billboard, there's just a lot, right? Now for traffic, here's what I recommend. The blog is the type of traffic that I recommend. Excuse me. A blog is pretty cool because a blog will help all of this run better because of the way it's actually structured, the way it actually ranks. Google likes blogs because blogs are always being updated. This is a very good way to get content to traffic into your capture page, which then you sell something or build a brand. Maybe they download your newsletter just so they can download your jokes. Whatever it is, whatever your end goal is, right? So that's the blog. Now the blog, I have videos, pictures, and images. Videos like YouTube, Vimeo, pictures like Instagram, and there's a lot of different picture places you can go for that. Pinterest. Well, actually, videos, pictures. I said images twice. Not pictures, articles. You know, like you write a review, like, tell me your opinion on what is the best car to buy under $40,000. You write an article about that. Then you shoot a video about that, and then you can have some pictures about it, all go into a blog. Each of these have their own traffic sources that feed into it. That can then go into your blog, which then goes into your traffic, which then follows this process. Now, this is a really big process, and I don't want you to get overwhelmed. This is just something you do with the time that you have, you do more of it, you get better, you figure out, oh, this is YouTube, this is Pinterest and Instagram, articles. It's just straight up putting the actual written text onto your blog, but you add them all together, put on a blog. Sometimes you don't have a video, sometimes you don't have a picture, sometimes you don't have an article, it's just images. You put that all into a blog, which goes to traffic, goes to capture pages, and this is what all spits out. In the end, you either want to make money, you want to be famous, or both. You want to make money, or just be famous, or both. Whatever it is. Like, some people just want to be famous. They just want people to laugh with them. Some people just want to, help. Maybe it's a non-profit organization. They just want to help people. But a lot of times you help people when you make more money because you can then donate more. Or maybe it's a non-profit organization, so you can help people by generating more funds for fundraisers. Whatever it is, this is what I recommend. There's a lot of different ways to do this type of traffic, because there's actually more ways to do traffic. But in terms of the blog, I think it's probably one of the easiest ways to do it. One of the ways I learned it back in 2008, something I would recommend for you. So this is video 8 about the full system, being able to look at it. And on the next one, we're actually going to talk about how to increase this blog marketing system type to increasing this process. Because if you do this right, these get better. Thanks. Hey, this is Lawrence Tan. We are on video 9. Now this was kind of scary. Video 9 is called Mistake. Actually, it's going to be mistakes, plural. And I kind of want to go through this video, kind of help you going through the minefield of the internet, what you should do, I believe. I've been through so many mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. Let's see if you run into a couple of these, or let's preventing you going down the wrong path. It's kind of like having a map, and I'm going to show you, don't go down that route or it's a dead end. Okay, so
I've been building on the internet since 2008, and I have literally thousands of pieces of content. I use a lot of different blog types, videos, and articles, and images, right? And let's go from the ground up. Here's what happens, and here's what I've noticed from a lot of my clients and people I help along in this industry, internet marketing. There is a phase what we call building. And this is usually the first phase, the building phase. The building phase is because I need to build a website. I need to build a business. I need to build a product. I need to build something that you can either sell or monetize. Or kind of the same thing, but really some people are nonprofit and they're like, well, I need to build a cause. There's something you're building. Structurally, they're building, a lot of the times if you're on the internet, this usually involves a website. That's cool. I mean, you need a website, right? I told you need a website for people to come to if you want an automated business, unless you want a brick and mortar. I'm not talking about brick and mortar, I'm talking about a website. Now, with that building, you then, what are you going to? You go into content. See, the content is what actually brings people, right? The actual eyeballs, the audience. The money follows the audience. Now, some people seem to believe that if you have a building, that's all you need, then people will come, right? Depending. The average person, no. Small businesses, no. Especially if you're running a blog, no. I highly recommend, if you are building content, it is based on a blog which has continually updating content that draws people in. I believe this is way bigger. You can get a bigger draw, more people to monetize and make more money from, and to build your brand and to be famous if that was your goal, than actually this, just a standard static website. We talked about this already. And then from that, content is promotion. To get even more people to see it. Pretty simple, right? 1, 2, 3. Building it, get some content on it, and then promote that content, and then you circle back either here or here, depending if you want to tweak your website or add some new additions, but most of it comes back to just building the content. This is the most common. You have a content, go promote it, go get some more content, promote it, and then build it. And all of this, what you're doing is you're tweaking. Tweaking and testing. Right? Just things that work, things that didn't work, and you continue to grow, scale up, get bigger. Now, here is the problem. Here's a mistake. I went through this too in 2008, okay? Most of my time was spent here. I would say 90% of my time was spent in building. I need to find a business opportunity. I need to, find the best product. I need to review all these products. I need to build this website. This website's got to be pretty. I got to spend some time on this banner. Oh, this HTML doesn't look right. I need to center this. I need to add an image that looks right with this thing. I need to add an opt-in box. It's the whole getting ready to get ready, right? It's like the preparing to prepare. Getting ready for a test instead of taking the test. I spent so much time in building, and I know a lot of my clients do the same thing, because really, the money is in the promotion, not in the building. You can have a horrible building, but if you're awesome in promotions, you still have the eyeballs. People will still buy, right? If you have an awesome building but no promotions, how does anyone know you're even there? You're an island. You're an unknown, even though fantastic building in the desert. Now, if you believe the build it and they will come, fantastic. But as a small business owner, that could be years till you die. I mean, but no one could even see you. And we all know the fastest way to get rich is fast, not slow. No one ever wants to get rich slow. That's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Riches, look, it's not based on a clock, right? It's based on leverage, system. Every millionaire earner, every billion-dollar earner does not base their earnings on how many days that they work, how many hours in a day that they work. It's based on the content they provide and the promotions, advertising that they can push into it. That scales their business up. Your time needs to be spent here not here. Okay? So many people I have seen spend so much time tweaking and testing only the building that they don't even have enough content and promotions. Next phase, let's say, is 9% in the content creation. The question I get a lot of time is, Lawrence, I have 10 blog posts and I'm not rich. And I'm going, how good are those blog posts? Is it something I would physically pay money to read? And if it's a no, you don't either have good content that you only have 10 pieces of content. It's gotta be really good, right? Because you have so limited pieces of content, or do you have a lot of volume, right? So you can either go volume or quality. Now, you can't have both. It's just a little hard. You might have to pay more for it with your time or your money if you're outsourcing it. But if you have quality, you better be really good on the quality. If you're on volume, it's got to be really big on volume, but not depending on your time. All of this content is building. 9% of the people or the time allotment for my students, 9% building, 9% content, and about 1% is promotion. I would recommend, from this huge mistake, is to flip it. Get this up as fast as possible. Fast. Now, this only really applies to small business owners, because if you're a large corporation, well, branding is a huge thing. Why do you think Coca-Cola spends so much on branding, right? Everyone knows what Coca-Cola is, but they still spend so much money on commercials. That's a different beast altogether. But if you're a small business owner, a single person, you're the CEO and the typist and the assistant. You do everything like I did in 2008. You got to make sure to get this up fast and really work on the promotions, because that's where people come from. It's not the fact that you have a really nice video. It's the fact that what you're delivering, your content is good, but people can actually find it, can get to it with SEO, with blogging, with paid traffic, whatever it is, with Facebook. That needs to come from flipping the script more into promotions than into building. When you have that issue, you're not getting people. See, no one really knows where you're at. You got to get the promotions to advertise who you are, why they should listen, and where they can find you. An easy way to get some promotions, you have a blog, right? You have a Facebook. Send Facebook traffic promoting your blog. Easy. Super easy. Pinterest. Send it to your blog. YouTube. Send it to your blog. Podcast. And social media, audio, images, video. How about other article directories? Article directories. There's other places to go. All of this comes back to your blog. That is promotion. The more you promote, the more people from different areas are going to come to your home base, your house. This is your dwelling, which is your building. But your building doesn't have to be perfect to invite guests over. It's like whenever you moved. I remember when I moved, my house was a mess. We still had guests come over because people go, I just want to see your house. I don't care if you have boxes over there. I don't care if you don't have your dishes. I don't care if you have to fix that corner of the house. I just want to come over and hang out, maybe help you unpack. People want to come to your building even though it's not the best you can do. It will get there in time. But until then, if you're in the business to making money, you got to make some money now, which means getting content and promotion out there ASAP. My name is Lawrence Tam. This is video 9. Video 10, we'll kind of wrap all this together and see how you can promote faster, build more content faster, and getting that building seen all over the world. Hey, this is Lawrence Tam. We're on video 10 on trends. I just kind of want to show you what I'm doing, what I've been seeing, and kind of helping you produce faster, make more money, build a bigger brand, build a bigger list, more influence. If it's to help raise money for your school, or like I've done with my kiddos, or if it's to helping you make more money on the internet so you can stay at home like I have. So here are some trends for you. So here are some trends that I've been noticing and things I've been doing since 2008. Okay. So number one, a lot of my traffic does come from a blog. And I want to say blogs because I have multiple blogs. And so when we're talking about Video 9, we're talking about content building, but the building itself takes so long for most people. I've been able to shortcut that and just build a bunch of those, and it's much faster that way, so I can spend more time in promotions, which makes you the most money. Right? And then from that, I want to be able to do social media. Social media has been a very good avenue for me to be able to contact and get a lot of money just from contacts with clients, selling affiliate products. This is where I've made a lot of my money. So social media can be from YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, A lot of social media places you can go to get a lot of this, pump it into your social media. And so for these trends, I would say, pick two, maybe three, if max, maybe even just one. I really like Facebook, YouTube. Those two I've probably done the most of my earnings have probably come from those two sources, right? And then the trend of being able to have a list. So basically it's just emails that people have given, they have given your email to you so they can be on a newsletter. Right? And that's important because, like we discussed in the previous video, some people won't actually buy initially when they first see your offer or whatever you're retailing or whatever you're convincing them to partner up with you in some way. Well, the newsletter will then direct them back into that. And really, sometimes it takes 7 points of contact. It might take them 7 ways for them to see you, for them to be like, okay, I really do want to, hang around long enough to buy something from you, like a t-shirt or maybe a coffee mug, whatever you're retailing, right? And so the other points of contact can come from these social medias, can come from the blog, and this newsletter email will kind of talk to all of them that way, right? Now, what I have noticed from this trend, a lot of it has been mobile. Mobile traffic, right? So from cell phones. Now, when was the last time, right, you walk into a mall or to a grocery store and you see someone doing this? Pretty frequently. How many people do this though? Excuse me. It's pretty rare, right? I mean, laptops and desktops are meant to be at home. Mobile phones are what really gets people connected. And that's a huge reason why Facebook has blown up. Instagram has blown up. Vine has blown up, right? Twitter, which was built for mobile. These are like crazy, Pinterest. They've blown the heck up because of mobile. And when I'm looking at my blog, I'm looking at my Facebook page, my actual marketing page, a lot of the traffic is coming from mobile. I say right now, currently, you need to be focusing on getting a lot more traffic, but understanding a lot of it will be mobile, and having that audience, that's where you make your money, being okay that on mobile is where you're going to be on, but how are you building content? How are you actually promoting on mobile? This is what I want to introduce you to. Your phone can be the next phase of how you make your money, right? So the way I've made my money is usually through a computer, blogging some content, grabbing some stuff. But the more content, remember we're talking about building content through your phone or iPad or mobile device, right? By doing this, you increase your content that you don't have to be home where like kids are in bed, now I can write an article. I'm at a bus stop, right? I'm typing this up. I'm waiting for, because I used to ride the bus for college. I would love to be able to type on my phone, send out a quick article or snap a couple videos and put it on my blog. So having a blog that can get content from your phone is critical, I think. Right? If you want to be able to add more content faster. Now, you can always go home and on your computer, on your laptop, right? You can then, on your laptop, build your really good pieces of content, right? Like 2,000 words, really intricate, pretty, that lot of stuff. But you're only doing maybe this once a week. Once a week. This one, whenever you have time. I'm in a grocery store, the line is super long. Oof, start typing away. I'm waiting for a movie, right? Instead of playing Candy Crush or something, you're on your phone, typing away, say, hey, look, I'm at a movie theater, I just want to say hello. And you can actually send that to all your clients on a blog post. This is the best way, I believe, you can communicate with your audience. Because audience is people. You got to have your content geared to people. You can have your authority type, good type stuff built on your website from a computer and also from your phone, if I can draw a phone. I mean, my phone is a Galaxy, so it's got a giant screen. But it all points to helping someone who's viewing you because you are a content solutions provider, right? You're not a salesperson. You're actually just providing things that are funny. Like on my Facebook, I provide things that I'm eating because people are interested. What is that? All they do is eat hamburgers, and I show them a really cool pasta dish. And they're like, oh, that's really cool, Lawrence. Building a relationship over time is the only way to have a long-lasting business. You can't go into a business thinking, I'm just going to go in there and make as much money as I can. You got to deliver value. People want to stick around. People want to be your customer for a long time. You must focus on customers. And how you do that? Give them things to read. Give them things to be entertained with. Give them content. It's got to be the content. Got to be in the content. So from this trend, I've noticed the more content I've been putting out, the more quality content I've been putting out. And actually, here's the last trend I'm going to go with you. The mastermind. Okay, so what's the best way to relate this to? So when I was in college, we would have classrooms of like 15, for mechanical engineering. There's probably 15 students in there, and we would break it into groups of like three, right? Now working as a team, usually not always, but the vast majority, the output was better. You have more eyeballs, you have more brains working together, you have more opinions, less mistakes were there because you have more people checking it. The output was better. Here's what happens when you're online and you're working by yourself. You're one person. And if you were to take a guess, if there was a race, let's say the finish line is here, here's the finish line, and this is you, but then I had a group of people that were there together, what are the chances that one person would win versus a group of people of just one of them winning? You have a bigger chance because of a collective. You're going to have a better way to come together to pool resources, working together in a mastermind. I remember working by myself in 2008. After the kids went to bed at 7:30, I would work from 8 to midnight all by myself. And when I had a question, who do you think I asked? Myself. Is that a good way to build a business? Now in this scenario, when I have a classroom of mastermind students, right? They all come together. I have one classroom that are high-end clients that have paid over $5,000, right? There's over 120 right now, about 120. Then I have others that are customers that are on $25, and we have over probably about 4,000 to 8,000 that are active, depending on what they're doing, or if they're reading our content, or if they're running with us. Sometimes, they get tired, so they'll go on vacation, or sometimes they're like, hey, I want to take a breather and do content, or they'll switch it up. But anywhere from 4,000 to 8,000 are in that range, okay? Now, from this mastermind, I believe, has a better chance of succeeding because they're working together as a group, asking questions together, seeing
this online and then going to an event like a mastermind event, going to Hawaii. I did a consultation coaching in Hawaii. We had, I think, 30 plus people on the beach, and I was at the Disney resort, Aliulana, is that how you pronounce it? And I was in that lagoon, and we were teaching 30 people. Went to Las Vegas, had almost 200 people, teaching a crowd of people about monetization. Going to San Diego, there was about 6,000 people. San Diego was about 1,800, and then going to Denver was about 6,000 people. There's just many different places that I've been marketing, and I just know when you collectively come together as a mastermind group, that's the way you move faster as an individual. If you're looking for a way for you to move faster, you must get a mastermind group on. Now the last piece. So talk about mobile, talk about content, being able to create content faster, and then we talked about a mastermind. So a lot of it's, first is mobile content, and then we have a mastermind. Okay. Last thing is coaching. I believe you have these three with platforms that you can put in, and you're always promoting, you're basically guaranteed. Well, guaranteed is kind of a hard word. You have a very high chance of making money and surviving on the internet, and possibly replacing your job at whatever your income is at your job, or replacing your spouses, or just making enough money to buy whatever car you want, or do whatever you want to do, and just pay for the vacations you ever wanted, or maybe you can retire early, whatever that may be. But for coaching, here's what I have set up. I have a personal trainer. Right? And she does a group coach, and then she does a one-on-one coach, right? And then I come in, I do my superstar, she's trained thousands of people on my team, and then me, I come in for my high-end clients. I have a specialized Facebook group that's closed. Oops. It's closed to the public. It's only open to a select mastermind, and this is where I do most of my training. There's about 120, 130 of those people in there. And then my other half of the time is about, like I said, 4,000 to 8,000 people, and that's where I deliver my classroom style. More of a classroom, I shoot a video, I write an article, I'll explain something kind of like a video like this, I'll explain it to the larger group, kind of like an auditorium type group, but on the internet. And then I'll go into a closed group in Facebook, and this is where I train, right? And then for those who perform in my mastermind, I do one-on-one coaching. I mean, basically the reason why I do that is because I want my teams to duplicate what I do. Time freedom, maximizing, collecting. If you can do a large classroom for your large team, your bigger size clients, then you're hiring clients, those clients who have paid more, who have more vested into you. You have a smaller classroom, and then when you have those who are actually doing the homework, who are actually growing, then you spend more of your personal time. So it's not like I only have 24 hours in a day, and I do want to be able to take a nap and sleep, right? There's no way I can give everyone an hour call, so it's not going to work like that, right? So you have to be able to filter that down, and I'm going to show you the process of how I do it by showing you the process of what you're doing, how you can take part of this, right? So I have all this taken care of, and it's at no cost to my clients, right? So I want to show you a webinar that I did. In this webinar, you'll notice, how I do content creation, how I drive traffic, and what I do. And I recommend you go to www.33andretired.com/webinar. Yeah, and this webinar will be replaced every so often as we update new information, as we grow, as new information comes around. But this is a very good place. So www.33andretired.com/webinar. There'll be a resource for you under this link to go watch that. It's completely free. Go ahead and just leave your best email in there, and you can see how you can partake in our coaching, how you can also use a mobile content marketing, how I use all of that,
in our mastermind. So my name is Lawrence Tam. It's been a pleasure teaching you in these 10 videos. Go ahead and find me on Facebook. I'm also on Facebook. Facebook. If you just go look at the Lawrence Tam, Facebook.com/ actually it's not FB. It might be FB, but let's just say Facebook.com www, right? The Lawrence Tam. You'll find me. I'm a real person. I answer my messages. My assistant will come in sometimes when I'm away with my kids, or if I'm out on a date night, she'll come in sometimes to step in. This is definitely a good place to connect with me. But I do want you to watch this webinar. It's completely free. Go ahead and send your email. And it is and always will be a pleasure. I'll see you on the next training series that I have. My name is Lawrence Tam. See you on the beaches of the world.